going on? It's Duel Unlocked here, and today we just played SwordSoul. This deck is absolutely insane. I think it is pretty underrated right now. It hasn't been doing the best in tournaments. This list is from Duel. We won 9 games in a row with this. We lost to Ancient Gear, just getting sacked completely by Ancient Gear. You know, it happens. In the 10th game, so we were so close to that 10-0. But yeah, this deck is crazy. So we have 3 Ecclesia. We're running at maximum skill targets for the Virtuous Bonds here. So for the skill target, you have to reveal either the Ecclesia or the Iris SwordSoul. So you run 3 Ecclesia, 3 Iris SwordSoul, and 3 SwordSoul Emergence. And we're running a fewer card count, so that means that we can see these most of the time for the skill. Yes, indeed. Video number 2. So that is 9 targets for the skill and 23 cards, which is really good. So we're running 2 of each of the SwordSouls, 2 Alongwan, 2 Taya, 2 Moye, 1 Golden SwordSoul, and then triple of the Iris, obviously. Double MSG, double Book of Moon, triple Emergence, 1 Sacred Summit, 1 Blackout. So if you open the most optimal, you can end on Dragite, this and Blackout. Versus Blue Eyes, I've heard that you could also end on Ruddy Rose potentially to stop their Majesty trap card. Dingirsu comes up a good amount as well, so Ding is here. I haven't made Dweller, but maybe it does come up, so you could potentially flex this Dweller, but Dweller's an insane card as well. But yeah, let's go and get into some replays, guys. This deck was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And the combos are very straightforward. Like, I think that's why so many people enjoy it. So yeah, let's start off here. We're going to start off in the replay versus Blue Eyes. So we're going to be going second into the Blue Eyes here. And we get the Blue DM, I almost said DM, Blue Eyes, there we go. I don't think they ended on the craziest Blue Eyes board here, but Spirit, Master of Eyes of Blue, sets the Majesty. Kaiba Man gets the alternative. Alright. So we're going to start off with our Ecclesia. We're going to use the Ecclesia to go into the Albaz. Albaz pitch. Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon is going to go into there. So they're going to go into the Azor Eyes, but with Mirror Jade, we can banish the Azor Eyes. Where they're going to go for the Emergence, grab the Moye, normal summon Moye, reveal the Iris. They're going to use the Majesty right away to pop both of my monsters here. We do get our token, Mirror Jade effect. We still have our skill, so we get the extra normal summon. We get the Taya. Taya effect, banish, goes in the Dragite so that we can negate the spell here. They're going to go Ultimate Fusion. We're going to negate the Ultimate Fusion. We go in for 3k. Ecclesia adds back to hand. Mirror Jade would pop all the cards in the end phase. So they're gonna go for this. Alternative pops. In the end phase, we pop both of these. And now we're just in top deck mode. We top deck. We have our skill ready to go. GG's. So that was replay number 1. Replay number 2 gonna be versus Dark Magician. But yeah, I was surprised at the power level of this deck. It did take a little bit of getting used to. You get the extra normal summon only when your opponent has a card in the grave or on the field. So if your opponent doesn't really interact with you, you only get the 1 summon. So it's gonna be this is gonna be Dark Magician. We're gonna be going second into DM. Magician's Rod, grab the combination, circle, chain Soul Servant, grab the Salvation, Magician's Souls. Salvation gets the Eternal Soul, Soul Servant. And there we go. We're going to start off with the Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect goes to Moye. Moye effect reveal goes in. They're going to Eternal Soul. We do have the MST here, which is huge. Pop everything. Eternal Soul pops everything. Then we go into the Dragite. Dragite's a spell negate for the rest of the stuff. And we just get the skill off here. Get Ecclesia. Long one. The only thing we're scared of is Nibiru, potentially. We're going to Ruddy Rose. This does... turn off our spell negate, so I do have to remember that with the Ruddy Rose turning off the spell negate potentially there. But yeah, that was versus DM. Here's another replay versus Blue Eyes. So here we're on a 4-win streak. Going second into Blue Eyes again. We got double Book of Moon, Iris SwordSoul for our skill, and Long One, Coverman the Legend. Master buys a blue, gets a True Light. Azor. So we're gonna book this just so that we have our grave. They can't negate the graveyard. To go through the Azor, we're gonna MST blindly. We know this one on the left is a True Light. We don't know what the other ones are. Iris SwordSoul, grab the Incredible Ecclesia. Ecclesia effect goes into the Moulier. We'll then go into our Spell and Trap negate. We're gonna go Ecclesia, Long One. Goes into the Ruddy. So Ruddy is gonna banish everything. Long One, True Light. We will negate the True Light here. Because, once again, everything will get banished, so we won't have to negate anyway. Book of Eclipse. We're gonna draw 2 here. We do have a Book of Moon, which is huge. They're gonna go Big Machine Go. Maybe I should have negated this, to be honest. They reveal Blue Eyes. Summon that. We're gonna Book of Moon. They're gonna take out the Dragite, set another card. We're gonna MST. Switch the Ready to attack position. Gets a SwordSoul Emergence. We can just go into the Fallen of Albaz, go into the Mirror Jade Banish. I'm just trying to play around Jet Dragon at this point. And GG's. And now we have 1 versus SwordSoul mirror match. It's Ruddy worth spending a UR Dream ticket. It's in a structure deck, Kenpachi. You can buy the Ruddy. I would buy it in the structure deck if you're gonna overspending a UR Dream ticket on it, to be honest. Alright, so we're on a 6-game win streak here. We're versus Noah, we're versus another SwordSoul. We go first, so we're gonna start off, get the SwordSoul Emergence. SwordSoul Emergence is gonna get the Moulier. Normal the Moulier effects. It goes into the Chi-Chao. Moulier and Chi... I'm probably pronouncing these names wrong, by the way, guys, so sorry if I am. We go into the Changhua, and we set 2. They're going to start off with their own Moulier, reveal a Moulier to... We're going to negate this. They're going to droplet, send 2 to stop this. We're gonna use the Golden SwordSoul and Book of Moon onto their Moulier here. They have the Sacred Summon to bring this out, but we do still have our Blackout, and that is the Surrender. And then we have this one here versus Eldlich. This one was a crazy duel back and forth. Eldlich is always pretty toxic, so... Going first is like very scary. You never want to end on 3 monsters versus Eldlich because they can just spear mode you. So at maximum end on 2. I think the sweet spot is to end on 2 monsters because if you end on 1 monster, they can also kaiju you. So SwordSoul Emergence, grab the Long One, normal summon Taya effect, goes in the Chi-Chao. Taya effect as well as the Chi-Chao effect. We're gonna get the Blackout and we're gonna send the Golden SwordSoul. Strategist. We make the level 10. And then we do 600, set 2. They're gonna go Sanctuary of the King's Treasures, get the Eldlich, the Luminous Eldlich, looks pretty cool. Send our level 10 to the grave, annoyingly. So then they get the Eldlich here. Unfortunately, they cannot be... We're gonna negate this. This will enable our Golden SwordSoul. SwordSoul Blackout. This card can't be destroyed by card effects, otherwise I would pop it. So we're gonna pop these 2, but popping Eldlich cards is very scary because they can just set new Eldlich cards in the end phase. So I don't even know if I honestly don't know if you should pop back for like that. We do draw MST, which is huge. Get the Ecclesia. We're gonna start off with the Summit. We're gonna chain the MST to this because we know one of them is the Sanguine. Ecclesia effect goes into the Moulier reveal. We're gonna go into the Chi-Chao. Chi-Chao effects, Moulier effects, Golden Land's gonna trigger here, makes us become 0, Long One. We're gonna go in for the Ruddy Rose effects, Long One, so we banish the entire grave, goes in for 15, and they get to summon another Eldlich here. Sanguine. They banish a card to grab Conquistador, but we do get to banish both of their Eldliches after that, and that is GG's. So for the final replay here, we are going to be going versus Sky Strikers. And we won, once again, 9-0 with this deck, chat. 9-0. Which is crazy. SwordSoul felt so good to play, so much fun as well. Normal Summon Moye reveal goes in the Chichao. Gets the blackout. Virtuous Bonds. Gets the emergence effect. So I should read if the level 10 just protects itself, or does it protect all? If this card, yeah, so the level 10 only protects itself. It doesn't just protect anything. They're gonna go Tune Table of Contents again. They're gonna go area 0, 1, 2, 3. They do hit the jamming waves, which is pretty annoying, not gonna lie. They're gonna go multi-roll effect, send this, area 0, goes Ray to Kaina effect. We're gonna use our Chichao here because I can banish both with my other guy. So we get to banish this as well as the Ray, so the Ray will come back. So now my opponent's gonna send this to get another spell, Jamming Waves, pops, but they try and pop the level 10, which they can't pop the level 10 because we can just banish. They should have popped the level 8. I don't know how much that would have mattered though, to be fair. They go after that, Afterburner's effects. Once again, they can't pop this. They should have popped this again. So now we can just book a move. And then they're going to set 2, multi-roll in the end phase. We do have our blackout pop. And then we can just banish another one. And there you go, guys. That is 9-0 with SwordSoul, guys. Deck very easy to play. Very fun. Highly recommend it. Very cool deck as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.